I'm Kaye Kittrell, and welcome to Late Bloomer. In May, I visited with retired school teachers Francis and Tim Hobbs in Bon Aqua, Tennessee, which was settled in 1837 around its mineral springs. These days, Tim spends his time nearby at Old Spencer Mill in Burns, Tennessee, preserving the old gristmill tradition. They grow their own corn and they grind it, and they sell it at fairs, right?
Correct.
We're going to get a look at the mill, and we're going to go look at a cornfield.
The bottom stone is called the bed stone. The upper running stone, corn goes between the two, and as it turns it pushes the cornmeal out through the chute, which goes into an elevator up to a bend.
And then what doesn't go through comes into this sift, and that's where you get your grits.
Corn grits.
Yes, and then what doesn't sift through here goes on over and it becomes chicken feed.
Oh.
So every piece of the corn is used.
Periodically you have to do maintenance on it, and that's one reason it's down now, is to resharpen rocks, replace some bearings, and work on the shaft that operates off the wheel. If somebody don't have the interest to come along and follow, then it just sits idle, and that's what happened to most of the mills around the country. People just let them sit idle, like this one was for about 40 years, until we started restoring and putting back in working condition.
When you sell your cornmeal, are people interested in the fact that you ground it in a centuries-old mill like this?
People are more interested in the nutrition value of stone ground meal because it doesn't destroy the corn or the germ in the corn. This is the oldest method right here of grinding grain is between two rocks. Compared to what we do today is use different devices and separate a lot of the stuff out of the corn. This is pure corn. When we get through with it, it's nothing been taken out or nothing been put in.
This is grits. Now, this is rougher than cornmeal. I make cornbread out of cornmeal, but what do you make out of grits?
We make grits and shrimp, cook it as a dinner food. Just cook it, boil it, 20-30 minutes.
Add some cheese?
Add some cheese.
Sounds good. So it's more like a polenta.
Right.
Do you like it, Francis?
I do. I cook it.
Okay, so basically you cut the corn. How do you cut it? With a big...
No, we just pick it. Hand pick it.
Hand pick corn. And
shell
then
the corn.
Shell the corn.
Clean the corn.
Clean it.
Grind it.
Grind it.
Separate it.
Separate it.
Package it.
Package it. Sounds simple.
Sounds simple.
It's maintaining the machines. Is that the biggest, the hardest part?
Yeah, that's the main thing, is keeping everything running right and keeping the stone sharp and keeping everything in good condition so it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. So, do you spend as much time on maintaining the machinery as you do for producing the corn meal and corn?
No, we have to do maintenance every 3-4 months is about all. Make sure everything's okay.
Is there a season? Do you?
No, there's not really. Seasons like used to be in the fall when everybody used to pick their corn because they had no way of preserving the corn.
Right.
And they couldn't carry it over, so they had to grind it and eat it. Nowadays,
right.
We keep it refrigerated so it keeps indefinite.
Ah, I see. So you can just keep grinding corn all winter
all year.
if you grow enough.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's go see the cornfield.
Let's go do it.
Okay. It's really a field, all right.
This soil here is real good. It stays loose all the time. It grows real easy. This is that hickory cane corn that we talked about. That white, open pollinated heritage corn. They get about 12, 14 feet tall and usually have 2 ears on it, big ears on it. One reason that you see weeds and grass in here because this is open pollinated corn. And if you spray it like they do regular corn, you kill it. Corn's a natural. It's part of the blade grass family. So this is the heritage corn. It's several hundred years old, seed from, and it'll make about 15 to 2,000 pounds of corn out of this field.
Well, how do you? Where do you get the corn?
We use it from year to year. What we raise, we take part of it, get the seed off of it, and then we'll use it again next year. But we try to keep our line as strong as we can by not mixing it with other.
Right. You're retired.
Right.
So why do you do it? Growing corn is hard work. Growing any kind of food is hard work. Certainly grinding corn, going to crafts fairs, selling it, it's all a lot of work. Why do you do it?
Well, we do it because we enjoy doing it. First of all, we know what we're raising. We know what goes into the food, and second of all, we're making a healthy product for other people. That's the healthy part of it, knowing what you're eating. The main thing is to try to get other people educated about what they're eating, and the health part of it.
Right.
So this is the way to do it. Raise your own.
Grow your own.
Grow your own.
Right.
Well, this place dates back to the 1800s, my grandfather's farm, and it was a working farm. They raised everything from the crops that they ate during the winter. They had animals. They even raised cotton because cotton was important to them, and they had to have some kind of make cloth out of. So they did everything here at one time. They made sorghum molasses and raised cane, and corn was a big product because they used it to eat. They used to feed animals. And two things that was very important in early times was a good source of water. Whole homes were built around water, and we have an excellent spring right across from us. And we have another thing that was added. There was a cave there that has what we call a blowing cave. If you get down, you'll feel there's a vein of cold air that's coming out. It stays 55 degrees here year-round. So this is where they kept their products to keep them refrigerated early time.
I hope you enjoyed my trip to Bon Aqua, Tennessee. I'm leaving with my own freshly ground 3-pound bag of cornmeal from Francis's and Tim's own label, Bristol Branch Mill. And if you would like the recipe for her corn fritters, cornbread, go to latebloomershow.com. Thanks for watching. Today I'm in Bon Aqua, Tennessee with Francis and Tim Hobbs, who is a master grinder of corn. Start again. Those are peacocks. And we're going to a cornfield and see some corn growing. So stay tuned.
Actually, we won't see it grow.
We won't see it growing.
We'll see.
We're just going to see it in process of growing.
Yes.
We're going to see it. It's this tall.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time.